And any of your nuts and seeds, it's a nice idea if you have the time and you can to soak them. It makes them more digestible and gets rid of the phytic acid. And then you can toast them if you like. So I'm putting 4 cups of water in there. Hello, how are you? Oh, that's okay, no problem.
If you happen to have a dehydrator, even just a cheap one, so you take your nuts, you soak them, so it makes them more digestible. And then you can dehydrate them again, and so they get crispy again. So you're not eating mushy nuts, and you can use them just like you would use your nuts in a cookie or snacking on, or whatever you like.
Okay, so I'm just gonna throw my almonds in here. Like, it's really easy. You need to purchase a nut milk bag, which we sell downstairs, and it's just like a mesh, very fine mesh bag, okay?
Except for cheesecloth is cotton, and this is...
You could use cheesecloth if you wanted.
It doesn't clean as well.
Except, yeah, and I find this is nice because I can just pour it in. I don't have to worry about the cheesecloth opening up and making a mess, which happens. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my lid on. Sorry, it's gonna be loud, sorry. And then I like to add, you can add vanilla or you can add almond extract, whatever you like. I like to add a little, I do both. I'm just gonna add a little vanilla, about half a teaspoon or so. It's up to you if you want it a little bit more. And then you can do maple syrup, you can do a little agave. I'm gonna add a little, I like maple syrup. I'm just gonna put, and usually just like a tablespoon or so. You don't need very much. And you can leave it unsweetened if you want, or you can add a little stevia, you can add a little agave.
Perfect. So think of the different milks that we have downstairs. So when you're looking for a different milk alternative to dairy, so you see them on the shelf, and we're going to have soya milk, almond milk, hemp milk. This is how they do it, okay? And then you look at, there'll be sweetened and unsweetened. There'll be vanilla. There'll be cocoa, so you could easily add cocoa powder to this, right?
Or cocoa powder.
And make it into a chocolate. I often add the spices for chai because I just love that flavor. And then I take my milk and can frappe it up and have a nice warm, kind of a milky drink, except for it's not dairy.
Okay, so I just poured it all into my nut milk bag. When my kids were little, one of my nut milk bags developed a hole, so I actually sewed it up, but it was kind of going up in the middle, so it looked like 2 udders. So when I would squeeze the milk out, it looked like the kids were like, "Oh, Mom, that's so funny, it looks like a cow." Right? So you just squeeze it out. And it's delicious. And then you can keep the nut meal and you can actually use it for baking. Like sometimes I'll do maple syrup or some orange or lemon zest and just make little cookies, or you can add it to your baking as well. Or sometimes I dehydrate it and use it as almond, like just meal for truffles or something. You could actually use this in the truffles, the recipe that follows.
Yeah.
And so it makes this beautiful creamy milk. And again, you can adjust it if you want it a little sweeter, or you don't want any sweetener, or you want cocoa flavor, or whatever you want. And then you'll see, so my kids, I always keep a jar in the fridge, and they just love it. It's my son's very favorite. So there you go. That's my almond milk.
Okay.
Right? So how easy was that? And you're not getting any thickening agents. There's no carrageenan in there. There's no lecithin. There's, it's just your almond milk. It's so easy, right? Like you can see how easy that was.